Hey, it's Fabian, and in this video I want to show you how to build trust, and testimonials is not the only way. So I noticed that a lot of people trying to get more testimonials because they think if the more testimonials they have, the better they can sell and the better their sales conversion will be. And I think it's not true at all if you really look broad on what's really matter here. So to really demonstrate you this, why I think like this. So when I was the head of the consulting team, we had this sales team. They took really care of selling our product, and they were really well trained sales reps because we had Europe's most successful sales trainer within our company. So he trained all of the sales reps. So I saw everything, how they done the sales and how well trained and how well they were able to sell. And we had also events where we taught other people, other company owners, how to sell more and more effectively. So we had all the information within our company, and they were really great salespeople there. But from time to time, they approached me as head of the consulting team when they had a client or a prospect, and the prospect wasn't sure if he was buying or not. And then the sales reps came to me and asked if I can help on the sales call with them. And I wasn't trained as a great sales person because that wasn't also my job. So I hopped on this call and I done this very naturally because I know so when I knew what the real problem would be for the prospect, and if we can deliver on his problem and really solve his problem, then he will buy from us. So with this mindset, I went into the sales calls, and I always ask the same things actually. So you know this as well from all the sales training out there. So you need to really know deeply what the problems are with the prospect, what he has, and that's also where I started. But then I did something very differently. So I took this problem, what they had and what they experienced, what they said that they have, and then I looked in my mind, what clients have we had? And I didn't pull out the testimonial, I pulled out a solution for a different client. So I really picked specific things that were related to the problems of this prospect and provided him insights to our product, what we are really able to fulfill on and how we approach things. And these things, mostly the prospect haven't heard about these things. So I built the trust by providing him insights that we have knowledge he has not. So, and we are able to solve his problems, his unique problems, completely differently how he has thought about it before. So this was one thing that really worked well, to provide them insights, especially if you're providing a service or if you're a consultant or an expert solving specific problems and your client isn't within your niche and has no contact or little contact to what you're offering. Because most services are, so if you have a really great service that you deliver, most of the time the prospect cannot see what you're really doing. And if you can provide small pieces of what you really are capable of doing, then the prospect feels understood and see that you are really an expert in this. And the problem with most of the testimonials is really that you show the problem and the solution the result what the client has afterwards. But there is a gap of this transformation or your client is going through. So most of the time within a testimonial, there is a prospect. If a prospect watching your testimonial, they cannot see what the transformation steps are and how someone evolves from one stage to another. But if you were able to provide these insights within your sales call, for example, with this small insight on one specific narrow topic with something they haven't heard and that makes sense to them, then it's completely building the trust in a very short time period. And you don't need more testimonials. You need one thing. You need really specifically one thing that you can show or can tell, and that's it. That's most of the time. That was the key to really sell this prospect then. So when I look all the components which builds up trust, it's not only the testimonials. Actually, there are 3 to 4 parts that you can consider which are building trust. So the first thing is you, how you show up. Are you convinced that you can solve this problem for the clients? This is, for me, number one. It's not the testimonials and everything else. It's because we are doing business people by people and nothing else. So if you can convince the other person that you are the right fit and you match on a personal human level with them, and you're convinced that you can solve this problem, this is the number one key. The second thing is, and this is tied to number one, it's your company. And why have you started your business? So the whole thing behind, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Why have you ended up there? Are you really in this? And you cannot be convinced of yourself if your business isn't built around this. Why are you doing this? So these two components are, you can say it's two components or it's one component. It's you and why are you doing this with your company. Then the third thing is, are you able to solve this problem with the vehicle that you provide? So this is the second thing people ask themselves when they are in contact with anything with your company. It doesn't matter if it's an ad, if it's a landing page, or if it's a sales call. It's always they always think, are you the right person? Have you the right vehicle? That's the second thing. And you can show this. It's always more show than don't tell, but you can also tell the prospect. You don't have to show them. If you can really demonstrate that while you speak, that you can solve this problem, they will trust this. They will trust you with this. So this is the second component. And the third component is really that they believe in themselves, that if they work with you, they will get the result. And this is also, if you notice this within the sales call, that the prospect hesitates because they have some inner problems. Like sometimes if you work with a bigger company, they think, I can do this with my team or myself, but I'm not sure if all the other team members or all the other teams will be also a good fit with this product what you offer. That can be a very this can hinder the sales. Actually, you really have to be aware of this small things within the sales call. So really ask yourself, is there something else that they are thinking about, not telling you, that might hinder themselves to buy your solution and to do business with you. They trust you, they trust the vehicle, but they don't trust themselves and their company and their environment. And this, I notice this also quite often with entrepreneurs. And we had one time one entrepreneur who really was into it, but wasn't sure if he can take his team with him. So he was sold 100% within, so he wanted to start right away, but he wasn't aware of if he can get his employees and his team on this journey to evolve to this new thing. And we did this quite friendly, like a friend. We offered him support with this too. This wasn't within our core product, but we said, yeah, we want to do this with you, and we believe in you that you can do that, and we will take care of you and your team. So we will provide you the help also to get your team on board. So this was one small thing that we said, and this converted the sale actually. So you really have to be aware of these things. And yeah, that's all for this video. See you in the next video.